So yeah. So speaking of travel, so Don, gas prices are $5 a gallon here. How are they up near you?
It's about 510 right
Oh
now.
my gosh. How do you think this is affecting the parks?
It's one of those things that almost every couple years when there's a spike in the gas prices, it's always one of the questions that everyone's wondering about. But what you find though is, people still, want to be outdoors. They want to have fun with their family and friends, and uh, amusement parks, theme parks. That makes the perfect thing to do if they're within a certain driving range. Where you don't have to go cross country to go do that. Um, so I think that it's always been, you hear the word staycation. So a lot of times where somebody may have had that, if you're living in the Midwest and you were going to go to Florida and you were maybe thinking of driving there, or even with the cost of flights nowadays, you're going to be more inclined to stay closer to home. So, I mean, does it have an impact? I think in some ways it can actually benefit parks because you're going to have more of those staycationers that are going to be looking for things to do nearby.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I mean, for somebody that's going to be flying here in a couple days, the flights were about double what I expected them to be. I just mentally didn't take the fuel costs into account. I know that the CEO of one of the major chains mentioned that they thought that gas prices were actually beneficial to regional parks for the reasons you stated. That a trip to Disney that's 1,000 miles away is just way more costly than it would have been a year ago, 2 years ago. So let's go 100 miles to the theme park. I mean, it could hurt. There are some people that can't, who make 7 trips a year from, 2 states away that are only going to make three because it's just really expensive. But hopefully that's offset by the people that come in. But it seems like, there's an inelastic demand that's really kind of smacked back, and people are ready to party right now post COVID. So it seems like every single theme park is just off the chain. So hopefully they'll push through it. Hopefully, whatever needs to be done gets done about these gas prices. And then, we're all back at full force. But it seems like, the seasonal parks are really weathering it pretty well as of late.
Okay.